Honestly, I didn't really think I was going to make this video, but here we are. Hey guys, B-RAD here, welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Canon EOS RP. Honestly, this camera is amazing, I really love it, and I'm going to share some pros and cons about it. I'm actually shooting on the EOS RP right now, and you can see what the image looks like. I'm shooting in a flat profile, so this is what it looks like before, and this is what it looks like after it's graded, which, pretty good actually. I'm also shooting on the inboard mic because I don't have a mic and I'm not really in the expense for that yet. And so this is what the inboard audio sounds like. Let me know how it sounds. First of all, I really like the autofocus on this camera. I mean, it's not amazing, but with some good lenses you could probably get some good quality. Honestly, I've been using the 50-1.8. There were some slight issues with that lens, but otherwise my 24 and my 70-200 work perfectly with it. I really like that part. Doing photos too, it works pretty well, and there's no autofocus in 4K pretty much, so I just do it manually. One of the biggest things that I absolutely love about this camera is its depth. With the GoPro, I wasn't able to get any depth at all. Another pro of this camera was its low light. It's not amazing though, it's just way better than my GoPro. I did some shots on the plane yesterday and this is what it looked like. I mean, it's not amazing, but it's okay. It's better than my GoPro. Next is the photos. The photos on this camera is so amazing. It's so crisp, sharp. I really like it, you know? It's so good. Basically, I was using my 5D for photos before. It was pretty good, but now with this camera, you get 26 megapixels. It's so crispy, it's so sharp. Image looks amazing, raw. In the raw images, I'm able to do whatever I want with it. It's so good. And that's why I use this camera. Photos and videos. I'm kind of mixing both. Next, what I really like about this camera is its slow motion. It doesn't have 1080-120, but it has 1080-60, which is good enough for me. I basically just slow it down, and if I need to go any slower, I just add optical flow to it and make it look super nice. Yeah, pretty good. Another pro of this camera is its amazing viewfinder. It's OLED in there, it's so good. I hated losing my exposure on my 5D because of the optical viewfinder, and it's not, you don't know what you're gonna get with the optical viewfinder. Whereas with this, you know exactly how the image is gonna turn out. You can see literally everything perfectly. Now for some of the cons. One of my biggest gripes about this camera is the size. It's tiny. Honestly, I like using my 5D because it's nice and beefy and, you know, it gets the job done pretty well. I like having a big body and making sure that my camera is gonna be safe. This one, I know it's going to be safe, although it doesn't have weather sealing because it's kind of on the older side. I like having that girth, you know. Although it does come with a tiny little grip on the bottom, which doesn't really change much. I emailed Canon and I asked if they were going to make a battery grip, and they said no. And I was like, why wouldn't you make a battery grip? So I'm kind of waiting for someone online to make a battery grip. Let me know if you find any by commenting. Also, one of my biggest gripes is the 4K autofocus problem. There is no autofocus basically. It uses contrast detection and not their famously dual pixel honest focus. So right now I'm shooting manual focus in 4K, which kind of really, it's not amazing. It's kind of hard to do in a one-man team. I have to like focus it away like that because of the crop, and I have to, yeah. It's kind of hard to work with, but just gives me more stuff to work on my manual focusing. It's not the best, honestly. Also, in 4K, the rolling shutter is terrible. I mean, disgusting. I hate it so bad. But that's one of the things. I would honestly shoot in 4K all the time in the field, but I can't with that rolling shutter because it'll be like jelloing, you know? So, it sucks. The crop isn't as big a deal for me. Less depth, but not that bad. Alright, everyone ready? This is a huge one of my dislikes. Lenses. You might be saying, what? Lenses, are you kidding me? It can fit both EF and RF. But wait a second. Both EF and RF are basically the highest quality lenses. And you may be like, yeah, exactly. What's so bad about that? Basically, there's no cheap options for the EF and RF lineup. Sure, there's the 50 and then there's the 24-105, which I both have. But other than that, there's not many cheap options. I mean, I'm using the cheapest of the cheapest, and I'm not in the budget to get a $1,000 lens when I can just save up for $2,000 lenses and get a new camera, honestly. Anyway, that's gonna wrap everything up for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, and maybe, yeah, I have a website releasing soon, I'm pretty sure, so stay tuned for that. Probably gonna post some pictures on my Instagram. Check it out. Other than that, we'll see you guys in the next video. I'm gonna be working on more stuff on my Instagram, not as much on my YouTube now, so yeah. Peace. That shoot took up 9 gigabytes. Dang.